Next up at UFC London, we have another sort of controversial fight. We have Jai Herbert taking on Firas Ziam. Jai Herbert, 12-4 overall, open as the favorite, closing as the dog. 2-2-1 in his last 5, coming off the draw with Ludovic Klein. He's taking on Firas Ziam, 13-4 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off the decision win over McCall Figlak. Jai Herbert is a technical striker. Actually, I can break down both these guys at the exact same time because they're the same guy. They're technical strikers.
I agree.
They like to fight at range. There's a ton of movement. Their feet are never really fully planted. They don't really fully commit either. They're both low volume. Do they both have negative striking differentials? Nope. Only Jai Herbert has negative striking differential. Jai Herbert has a little more power than Firas does.
What?
But you think Firas has more power than Jai Herbert?
Absolutely, I do.
Jai Herbert almost knocked out future champion. I know it was a weight class up.
That was speed.
And
Jai's very fast.
I actually don't have that in this breakdown because I think that knockdown was kind of bullshit, especially because then he just got knocked out right after. But I think Jai's probably got a little more power, and Firas is going to be a little more technical and manage range a little better. So I very, very low confident pick in Jai Herbert. This, with the heavyweight fight, has potential to be the most boring fight on this card because they're both... Dude, these guys are super technical. You think this is going to be a fun fight?
I think this could end up being the fight of the night. Both these guys are very skilled. They both can wrestle as well. You saw Ziam bringing in the takedowns in his last fight. They have good scrambles. They're very high-level strikers. Jai is very, very fast, but Ziam is very, very good with the counters. I think this could be the fight of the fucking night.
I think
these guys are very high-level guys.
I didn't say they suck. They like to fight at range, and they're low volume. That's like watching a pitcher's duel in baseball. For the first 6 innings, it sucks.
Not Ziam.
It doesn't get good until there's pressure.
Ziam.
Go ahead, you break it down. I think Jai, my pick is Jai, very low confident fight. Jai either wins a striking match or he's held down for 3 rounds. That's sort of my breakdown on this fight. No bet for me because of that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of both these guys. I like Jai. I like his speed. I like his range. I think he's got the speed advantage in this fight. What it comes down to me, and I mentioned in my quick pick video, is what Ziam is going to show up. Because he was completely embarrassed against T-Rex. He looked like a quitter. It looked like he was not going to be that guy, didn't want to fight. And then he flipped a switch. He said that when he started training, they started doing 100% sparring fucking all the time. Because I remember they said that on the broadcast. I think Bisping was like, shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that. But he came into that last fight fucking locked and loaded, looked incredible from bell to bell, was mixing in wrestlings, these big throw takedowns. So if he comes in locked in like that, I believe he's got the power advantage, and I believe he can win the wrestling exchange as well when he needs to wrestle. And I believe that he can absolutely dominate this fight. But if he comes in, okay, I showed what I can be, now let me back off a little bit, and he's not quite as fired up to prove everyone wrong. Because there is that thing, sometimes you kind of settle into what you're doing after a big win or whatever it is. So I hope he comes in just as fired up as his last fight, mixing in some takedowns. I think he's going to have the power. He can get to Jai. He can hurt Jai. And I think that Ziam can definitely get this done. That's no disrespect to Jai. I think he's a very fast guy, very high-level guy. I just think Ziam is just as high-level striker with a little bit more power and probably a 50% advantage in the wrestling and the grappling from what he showed last fight. So I think it's going to be a fun fight, though.
It could be. I just like, I don't know. I like Jai here. I personally think Jai has more power than Firas does. And like you mentioned, the speed. Whoop.
Whoa! My little ding-a-ling, went a little wingy.
Okay, little keyword. $7,500 in DraftKings for Jai. I got to look at how he scores because their striking volumes are so low. And Jai is definitely not really going to initiate a ton of takedowns here. So,
I think those numbers in the fight's a little bit, because Jai 2 fights ago was like really, really tentative, but he was coming off that KO to Ilya, and you could really tell. Yeah. He looked a little bit more free-flowing in his last fight. I think these guys are going to enjoy fighting each other and going to get after it.
It could be interesting. I mean, Jai, that Ilya knockout was at UFC London, so this is sort of a
face
redemption
plant too.
spot.
That was a bad one.
I know. Sort of by a 45-pounder, but that loss held up. Ilya has done nothing but beat the world since then. So it's not like...
one of his wins is...
Okay. It's not like that Ishmael Bonfim got that big win and then came out and just got Benoit Saint Denis. Anyway,
embarrassed you. You want to talk about that, or you want to just
okay. You were
yeah. Who did he?
I said that Ismael Bonfim will win, and in typical Angelo fashion, I'm like, super close fight. and I was like giving what's his name, Benoit Saint Denis, like credit. It's super close fight. He can wrestle. And you were like, I'm a big Saint Denis fan, and
but he's gonna get fucking steamrolled. He can't take this guy down. And Bonfim or Saint Denis picked your clip and not mine.
Clip.
He's scared
then
of me.
He uses my clip of these people are idiots. Like what? I was the reasonable one. Anyway,
when you said that, and I saw that, and I realized what that clip was gonna be, I thought, oh my God, because I knew what I said for that breakdown, and then he didn't include me, and I'm like, oh, that's my dude. I love Saint Denis. Maybe it's because it was like, oh, I fucking love that dude, and you were like, nah, he's an idiot. I think it's because you were making fun of the French special forces. You said they were frauds and couldn't defend a country.
Yeah, the problem is none of this is true, but half of these people don't understand sarcasm. So,
well, you did kind of trash the French military.
You
went on like a 25-minute tangent on how we could do what you said. We could do whatever we want in that French military. Have you seen our Air Force? And you went on this long-winded thing about the military.
That is how I talk.
North Korea fired a couple short-range ballistic missiles into the sea. How do you feel about that? As a sign of defiance, because we moved a nuclear warship into South Korea waters.
Okay. We broke down this fight. Jacob's talking about God knows what. D says, how can I hear your teeth eating a banana? Goddamn chompers. People still don't know your teeth are fake?
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
This is I say a bunch of weird false stuff about Angelo, so he has to hit to the fucking core. Listen, the teeth aren't fucking fake. Okay. The teeth are fucking fake.
It's weird.
I'll send anybody that DMs me, I'll send you my address. You can come over and you can inspect them yourself.